Welcome to the Pathways to Surrender podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and thank you for joining us for this guided meditation. Please note that these meditations are recorded in a tropical setting with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Let's take a moment now to just get settled in, get comfortable and relaxed. Maybe close our eyes and take some breaths and just listen to the music before the meditation starts. We may not be conscious of how strong our need is to find things wrong, to see problems. We are not conscious of how it is our own effort that create our problems, our struggles, and our suffering. It is our own need to overcome our judgment of ourselves by seeing things wrong outside of us that we know should be better. That feeling that we are trying to avoid, that there is something wrong or bad about us, is actually our authentic self seeking to be expressed. But because our experience led us to believe that our authentic self was a threat to our security, we have come up with all kinds of ideas about ourself, judgments, that we must now project onto the world to keep ourselves from collapsing into some kind of hopelessness or helplessness. This is how the ego functions. It splits everything into right and wrong and good and bad. It's dualistic, and everything must be categorized and qualified. Everything is either good or bad, right or wrong. There's no perfection, no divine order. There's only a constant effort to do the right thing, to be the right way, to be the one that is right. However that expresses in our own unique individual way. And so we must acknowledge that approach, that the ego has not worked for us, that our identity is not our salvation, that this idea that we've created in our mind, that we are separate, that we are an individual, that we are this thing with our name that has certain qualities, does not serve us anymore. In fact, it is destroying our joy and our love and our peace. We may firmly believe that we are separate, that we are something, a somebody. But when we see the truth of creation, of the world around us and the universe, there is no separation. There's only energy. Energy interacting all the time with other energy. If you were to measure our energetic being, it would be very difficult to find where we end and where the next thing starts. Because there is a constant exchange of energy everywhere. have created the idea that we are separate, and we have an identity that we claim as being us, that is very separate, but none of it reflects reality or the truth. When we experience reality as it really is, experience the truth, we have a completely different experience. This thing that we call me dissolves, disappears, and there is only reality. There is only the infinite, timeless consciousness. And so, let us hold that as the truth of this moment. Let us not cling to the dualistic problem-creating mind that we have trusted for so long. It has done nothing but create drama and tragedy and suffering. We think we need to be in control to make things happen. We have to control how things go. And yet, we must have experienced many times that things don't have to be controlled. Things can unfold perfectly and beneficially and in a most fulfilling way if we let go of control. We must have experienced situations where it seemed as if there could only be a bad outcome. And then a miracle happens. And everything works out perfectly. We could choose to live that way, to allow and expect the miracles, to accept that there is a perfect intelligence and a divine order at work, and that we are not the ones to judge. We are not the ones to claim we know the answer. Because we are the ones that cause the problem. And so, consider this. The power, the presence of the creative source that creates this universe in this moment is within you right now. is the essence and basis of your being and existence. There is no other power at work. An infinite, intelligent consciousness expressing its creative nature fully. And it will always express. And that is why we are constantly making the effort to control, because that infinite power will always seek expression. And if all we are doing is trying to control it and block it, it's a lifetime battle. We are afraid of ourselves. That which we so strongly fear, that worst case scenario, is our own authentic self. We fear it because we were told it was not good. We were shown that it was not welcome. We were punished for it. Whatever our circumstances were, we learned control is our only savior. And we lived in fear of our authentic self somehow breaking out. So when we project that judgment and fear on the world around us, it is not hard to see how we experience so much struggle, so much drama, so much wrong. When all we really want is to be free and at peace. We have made every effort we can to find it. But the one thing we won't do is let go. We won't let that authentic self be expressed. Now we can see that, of course, we want the truth. What we don't realize is that our authentic self is not a threat in any way. authentic self does come with a full range of emotional energy, which we are not used to. But it is not a danger. It is uncomfortable, but it passes. And then there is peace. That is the purpose of those uncomfortable emotions, to restore peace and balance and harmony, to come back into relationship with ourselves and the world. We deny those emotions. We keep ourselves locked in the world of the ego and control and judgment. As we have heard before, this journey is difficult. We face many challenges. I think we are getting somewhere, and then we are set back. But there is nothing else to be done. There is no other way. And the truth is that the presence and the power of the infinite consciousness and the peace it brings is available to us in every moment. We can make the choice to let go and surrender. It is completely within our ability to do that. We must devote ourselves completely to that decision to let go, to surrender, to become unconditionally accepting and allowing whatever is in this moment without judgment, without meaning making, without analysis. We have to just be with ourselves fully. No matter what arises in our consciousness. Be assured that in this moment, grace is available to you. The presence of that infinite consciousness is always right here. Right now. Nothing can change that. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you would like more information on these meditations and teachings, you can visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Wholeness. These are episodes of meditative teachings designed to help us move to the next step in our journey, letting go and learning to surrender, overcoming resistance. That's Pathways to Wholeness. Look for the next episode soon. We'll be uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.